Hey everyone. I featured a short video recently on my other channel, Public Freakouts Unleashed, and this video depicted a really disturbing incident where a young man at a Target on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, North Carolina, was caught trying to take pictures up a random woman's skirt. Only, while he clearly thought he was being sneaky here, unbeknownst to him, another shopper who apparently had been getting a creepy vibe from this guy, maybe he was following her, trying to do this to her, and she had got this creepy vibe, she decided to follow him back, right, and try to catch, well, precisely what she ended up catching, was recording this entire thing, and he was caught red-handed on camera and called out for it in front of everyone. Here's the clip she recorded of the incident, and I believe actually this version of the clip is longer than the one that I used.
Excuse me, what are you doing? No, I just saw you put that underneath her dress. Absolutely you did.
No, ma'am, I really wasn't.
You absolutely did.
Ma'am, I really wasn't. I promise.
Then show me your phone.
Get away from me.
Yes.
No, we're going to call security.
No, I really...
You absolutely did. And you were following me over in the children's section.
Because I have a sister who's pregnant. Ma'am, I really wasn't.
You've been extremely close to me this whole time. Please show me your phone.
No.
I really don't mean
Let's get
to.
security. Because this is absolutely wrong.
I really don't mean to.
No, you obviously did.
No, ma'am, please, I really
No,
didn't mean
let's
to.
get security.
Anything inappropriate, though. Like, I was just
No.
trying to look at the books.
No, you weren't.
That's all I was trying to
I
do.
have it on video. You are not going to get away with anything.
Ma'am, I'm
You
not...
can say ma'am all you want, but we will let them decide.
I really promise I wasn't
No.
trying to do anything inappropriate.
Uh-uh.
I wasn't. I really wasn't. I'm not like that.
Oh, obviously you are. I literally have it on video.
But ma'am, I'm not. I really am not. Like, I know it might have seemed that way in like the
No,
video. Like, I
no,
was
it's
just...
okay. Listen to me.
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna wait for them to get here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Like, I was just trying to look
Nope.
at the books.
No,
I was really just trying
No.
to look at books.
no. Like, you can stop.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You were so suspicious following me all around the store. I knew you were up to no good.
Hey, is everything all right here?
No, I have video of him sticking his phone underneath this lady's dress as she had bent over, videotaping her. And he followed me all around the store.
Okay. So
We
would
need
you
to
like
get police.
Okay, if you can go ahead and call them, I'll support anything like that.
Those are my favorite games that they have.
This incident happened just about a week ago, in the late morning hours of Monday, April 15th. Police showed up at about 10:42 a.m. to arrest him. And as unbelievably embarrassing as it is to be caught, again, on video and red-handed here, and then called out in front of everyone and arrested, as rough an experience as that had to have been for our peeping Tom here, deserved, right? His punishment was only just beginning. The young man's disgusting behavior went viral after the woman who recorded it, whose name was Audra, posted the video to Facebook, and then another woman found it on Facebook, screen recorded it, put it on TikTok, it blew up on TikTok too. Audra also provided a thorough account of what happened through her eyes that day along with her post. She said, I ran to Target today in Greenville, North Carolina for a few items. I stopped by the baby section to look at clothes for my grandbaby. A young man was suspiciously close to me and holding his phone at a very weird angle. I thought maybe he was trying to Bluetooth my info from my phone that was visible from my jumper. I was wearing a wide leg one-piece jumper. I gave him a look and he murmured, Something about being sorry he was just looking at clothes. Then I noticed he was getting really close to another woman in the store. I decided this was too much of a coincidence, and I decided to follow him at a distance. I stuck my phone in the cup holder of the shopping cart and turned it on video to record him to see what he was up to. A young woman was squatted down looking at something on a bottom shelf, and he got right next to her. So close, I was wondering if they were together. Then she stood up and moved a little to her left and squatted again. This time the man approached from behind and had his phone at that weird angle and stuck it under her dress to video or take a photo. I immediately shouted to him and he stood up. I told the young lady to call store security. A store employee had heard me confronting this man, and she told me someone was on their way to us. The asset protection man came and talked to us both. I showed him the video and he told me to call 911. The police came, 3 of them, and spoke to me, her, and the guy. After viewing my video, they arrested him. He tried telling them he lost his balance. I am sharing the video so you can all be alert and aware of your surroundings. Speak up and get the attention of people in the store if you see this happening. We as women need to look out for each other. Also, ladies, you are safe with me. I have your back every time. Our peeping Tom turned out to literally be named Tom. The police department that arrested him identified him pretty much immediately as one Thomas Elliott, a 21-year-old that police say is from Clayton, North Carolina, about 280 miles away from where our story takes place. He is pretty much immediately charged with something I don't think I've ever heard of before, felony peeping. And I find that legal term silly and ridiculous, of course, but I guess it also fits. Like, everyone who would hear that would immediately understand what it was. Anyway, he gets slapped immediately with a felony peeping charge on Monday, and then on Wednesday, having reviewed the Target security footage, the Greenville police slap him with 2 additional charges of felony secret peeping. Keep in mind, he had just bonded out of jail, or was bonded out of jail by his girlfriend for $20,000 for the first round, the first charge, right? And so he's probably shitting a brick at this point because felony perv crimes are no joke, and he could end up on a list for this. And then he gets 2 more felony counts caught on security camera, clear as day, and slapped on top. According to ABC 11, these new charges came as police discovered 2 additional separate victims from that same morning at Target. So this clown somehow got away with this not at all slick maneuver 2 times before he was caught. But as royally cooked as Thomas's goose appears to be, it's really only going to get worse from here. Because in the process of arresting him, police decided to confiscate his phone. And not just because that was clearly what he was using to do the peeping here, but because during his arrest they ran a background check on him and discovered that Thomas Elliott had been volunteering at Pitt County's Eastern Elementary School, close by the scene of the Target incident. The school's spokesman offered the following statement. We are disturbed and deeply concerned by video footage of the individual that has been shared on social media and news outlets, and based on the footage, the individual will not be returning to our campuses as a volunteer or hired as an employee, said Tom McClellan, the school system spokesman. And he also added that they use a software called Raptor to background check all of these people. So I guess he didn't have any priors. He's only 21, so he didn't have a whole lot of time to get caught for this kind of stuff. But they did run a background check on him to the school's credit and just didn't find anything. And according to the Greenville police, they're aware of him volunteering at not just the Eastern Elementary School here, but several different schools. So that's a huge red flag, right? Definitely should check his laptop. So this guy lived in Clayton, it seems, but was coming out to Greenville to terrorize these women and creep around. But was he also creeping on these kids at all these elementary schools he was volunteering at? Police wanted to find out, so they got a warrant for his phone and started searching. Meanwhile, the woman who had been the victim of this incident, I guess to be fair, there were 3 different victims here, but this was the one from the video, right, who was he was caught with. So they sat down, stood in a cornfield or something for an interview. While she opted not to be named, the woman told a local news outlet that she was browsing the toy section at Target when this guy Elliot stealthily crouched beside her. And his presence, from what she recalls, was creepy enough right from the time that she saw him to unsettle her. She said, "I decided to get up and scoot over, and then at this point I was not focusing on what I was trying to buy anymore. I was more distracted by him still lingering in the area." The woman added, "No matter how much you try to think you're going to be prepared for it, it kind of throws you through a loop when it actually happens." Back over to the Peeping Thomas camp, things just keep piling up. Because now it's come out that Elliot has been charged yet again. This time for an incident at a church just down the way in Winterville called the Open Door Church, during his time as a volunteer there. Apparently back in March, he actually did this same thing to an employee of the church, and so now he's facing another charge for that from the Winterville Police Department. Oh, and the Open Door Church provided a short statement to WITN, which is the local news station I've been citing throughout this little work of mine. They said Thomas Elliot was immediately terminated upon notification of his arrest on Monday. The church did not provide details on what exactly he did there. So he's up to 4 counts of felony peeping now. On top of that, I found this interesting comment on the video from TikTok, the original one that I was talking about, from someone who claims to live in the area. And the local gossip is apparently that his girlfriend, the one that bailed him out, has left him. And he's been fired from his job. And obviously with these last 2, right, I can't verify that those things are true, but we report on all the hot goss here. We don't miss a beat. Because, honestly, that very well may be true. Those things would both make sense. I, as an employer, would not want him employed, and as a girlfriend, I wouldn't want to date him after. Okay, whatever. Anyway, he's totally cooked. Huge L for Peeping Thomas. And that about wraps up this story. Hope you enjoyed the show, and be sure to join us over at Public Freakouts Unleashed to see all the latest freakouts. All right, I'll see you later.